Mom, leave me alone. I wanna be famous. I wanna be famous. My therapist said I got ADHD. I don't even really know what that means. Howdy, y'all. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome to the... God, I forget the name every time. The Brittany Amber call video that I've been saying we're gonna do. And of course, I do have other context to go with that. I did like a rough clip of Apathetic Facts' video because I think Erica and Brittany at first went to Apathetic Facts and they did, this looks like, they just did like a text interview. They sent Apathetic Facts a bunch of voice notes kind of just explaining the whole situation between them and Amberlynn. So just in case anyone is unfamiliar or if we don't remember, just to refresh our memories on this anyway, and just to get some more background information surrounding the phone call, we are going to also kind of listen to what Erica has to say. And this is Valentine, who Amber would call Valentine in her videos. All right, so with that out of the way, let's get into it. And of course, I am going to link Apathetic Facts' video down below. Not that they need any shout out for me, but you know. Anyway, let's go.
She messaged me back, and we were
And sorry, just one more little bit of information. This is like the start of Erica and Amber's relationship, in quotes. This is like how it started. This is where we're starting from.
messaging for a while, back and forth, just like talking, and then of course it started becoming a problem between Brittany and I, because I was like, apparently I guess her true colors were showing, whatever. She did ask if I was with anyone, and
now that bit, I find it interesting. I don't quite, it's just interesting, the phrasing. It was becoming a problem between Erica and Brittany, who are married, by the way. They are married. And the backstory is like they were going to message Amberlynn because it was a troll. I don't know. Can't remember if like I included that bit or not. So it's interesting, like it became a problem for them because Amber's true colors were showing. Like, what does that mean exactly? I wish we had more context.
so I had talked to Brittany, and I was like, what should I tell her? And Brittany was like, tell her that like we're still technically married, but that, you know, we aren't like technically together, but we're like by law still married. So I gave her that story and rode with it for a while. And of course I do deserve this backlash that I'm getting because I trolled her for a while, and just kind of like get like a kick out of it, you know, whatever. It's Amberlynn Reid. I wasn't a big fan of her for a very long time. Also, I'd like to point out that while I was talking to Amberlynn, she was talking to a girl named Danielle that was also married. I don't know like the full details behind that whole situation. I just know that I was kind of like the back burner person of this whole triangle that she had going on. Like she was talking to another girl named Abby, and then she was telling me about her friend named Alexis, and then she was...
Right, so let's keep this in mind. Amberlynn was talking to Erica, Abby, Danielle, Alexis. At one point, they were kind of exploring romantic options, I think is what was being said. And then Emily. That's 5 people. 5 people.
telling me about Danielle and how she was crazy.
And she couldn't get any single one of them to commit. And like I said before, the only one she could even get to come and see her was Emily.
Crazy over her and blah, blah, blah. And then it just, we kind of just like started talking more and more and more. And then, you know, my wife was like, hey, you know, I don't want you talking to her anymore. So there was a time where we didn't talk, but shortly after did start talking again. I'm not a good person for like doing this, and I know that I'm not. And you know, whenever me and Amberlynn supposedly like broke. Okay. Backtrack. I'm going too far ahead. Just give me a second. So we kept talking. She started becoming really possessive. She started, talking about Brittany, how I always choose her first, and that I won't be her girlfriend, and I wouldn't choose her. And so on, I think it was like Valentine's Day or whatever, she was giving me a hard time about it, and it more so felt forced, and that was through text. So if she tries to show those texts, you'll see that was a forced agreement for me and her to be in a relationship. And so I was like, so what would this relationship be? And she was like, just more loyal.
It's all so fascinating to know that she had four other girls on the side, and yet she's still acting like this towards Erica.
More communication, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay, I can deal with that, whatever. And that was where it came about. We continue.
And she just said in the last live stream reaction thing that while she was with Erica and she was being so loyal, there was some random hot girl who came up to her. Like, girl, shut up.
Continued talking, and things got more and more in depth with each other. And I was actually starting to second guess, like, her as a person. Maybe the haters are wrong, maybe she isn't a bad person, because the side that I saw of her wasn't the person that I saw on YouTube. Like, the side she gave of me was different. So I don't know if that's like,
Yeah, it was catered, like specifically for you. That's why it didn't. That's why.
manipulation, or if that's masking. I don't know. I'm not very good with psychology. Even though I should be well-rounded in it, I'm not. And things got out of hand. We said things we shouldn't have said to each other. I never said anything bad about my wife to her. That's one thing that really made her upset, was like, if anything, like, my wife had switched jobs, and she tried to, like, Amberlynn tried to say, oh, your wife's at home more, because she took some time off. And Amberlynn was upset because my wife was home more and I couldn't talk to her much. And she said, oh, well, she quit her job because she's being a baby. And I was like, no.
The absolute audacity. The audacity. But then, like, okay, so here's the other thing. If Amberlynn is still acting like this, saying these kinds of things, then what is the supposed, like, other side of her that Erica was seeing that we don't see on YouTube? But then, like, also, why wouldn't that be a red flag to you that you don't see it on YouTube?
She quit because, like, it was two different conversations, but basically we was saying, like, she's taking a bigger pay raise, and a better opportunity. It's not because she's being a baby. That's not who she is. And it would upset her.
Amberlynn is getting so pissy about not being able to talk 24/7 to Erica that, oh my God, I just can't imagine having the audacity. I just can't. This woman has had 2.5 jobs.
That I always, like, talked about, like, if my wife came into conversation, I was talking about her in a more positive light. And my wife is not some crazy person that Amberlynn is saying she is. Anyways, I'm getting off subject here. My apologies. So we would talk. We FaceTimed. Anytime I looked off, like I was looking at my phone, she would always question me. She was like wanting me to send screenshots of, like, my inbox and my text messages and stuff, and, like, who I'm talking to and things of that nature. Like, she was kind of becoming possessive, and she was questioning me.
So we know Destiny had said something like this. Beck definitely said stuff like this. Unfortunately, we don't get to hear from Jade, but I'm sure that happened there too. There was one comment where Amberlynn was like, and Jade took my phone because I let her, to, like, post some Instagram photo. That was interesting. So I'm sure that they went through each other's phones at that point. And we know it happened with Emily. So the fact that Erica is also saying it is extremely interesting.
all the time. So, she was like, why don't you leave the house, go to the store or something so you can call me? And I'm like, no, like my wife has 360. So me and my wife have 360 and we know where each other are at any given time. So, it's not like I'm running around doing crazy stuff. So she made the comment saying, I need you to put me on Life 360. So I was like, no, not going to do that. A couple weeks go by and she's still pestering me about it.
A couple weeks. A couple fucking weeks go by and Amberlynn is still like on a topic, but she doesn't, according to her though, she just lets things go. She doesn't hold the grudge, blah blah blah. Like whatever, girl.
And I agreed to it, and like an idiot. And she was Googling every address I would go to, finding out. Yeah, sorry.
If it really was weeks of being pestered, like, I don't know. Yeah.
I am nervous, very nervous, because I'm the piece of crap in this situation. Like my wife should not be getting any of this backlash. If anybody should get backlash, it should be me. I just don't want, like, yeah, I'm freaking freaked out by the Kiwi Farm people and Reddit and all these haters. Like, hey, I was one of them and I did something stupid and I misjudged her and I was, I don't want to say she casted a spell on me, but she, like, it was almost like manipulation at its finest. And I will say that woman is a professional. There was times where I was like,
I'm sorry, but I just don't. I'm just like, no. There's no. I'm sorry, but no.
questioning my reality, like what the fuck is going on, because of the things that we would talk about. Yeah, that was the gist of our relationship. We FaceTimed, we talked, we sent pictures, whatever. She knew where I was. She asked where I was going. She was always questioning me. She would ask me, when was the last time I kissed my wife? I need to tell her every time I kiss my wife. I need to tell her every time I have sex with my wife, because she.
That part is fucked. It's so fucking crazy knowing that you are the other woman. Amberlynn is the other woman. Demanding to know these things, these intimate details. Gross.
Eventually found out that me and my wife were not, like, technically married, that we were married and we did have an active relationship and that we have been together for a long time and that we were, affectionate, everything like that. And she was upset about it, of course, but, she forgave me. And, I was upset for, like, her.
Forgave her for being intimate with her wife. Amberlynn, you're the other woman. Stop. Like, I mean, none of this is okay, right? None of this is okay, obviously. It's just like, I don't know. She's so ridiculous. She's like in C-drama, there's always this trope of like, oh, there's always the mistress who's like evil and plots against the wife. Like, that's Amberlynn. That's Amberlynn. She's like the cheesy fucking antagonist.
Hurting her feelings, of course, because she cried about it. She was hurt by it, and people crying upsets me. And so I was like, I'm a big piece of shit. I'm still a big piece of shit for all of this. And if I could take it all back, I would. Okay. I don't know what type of backlash I'm going to get for giving you all this information. I'm hoping that, this gets the people off of my wife's back. If anything, like, cuss me. Actually, June 9th, I'm sitting.
Yeah, this is like the edits might be a little bit rough at times, but it's like Erica just yaps, like, and I respect it, but she goes on and on and on about like, don't target my wife, this and that.
This is the time frame where I'm kind of like trying to push.
Like, I left it in the one time, but then like, I don't need to hear it 15 other times.
Amberlynn away, like, not really talking to her much. I was trying to like let her down easy. And like not being like, okay, we need to end things, because I tried to multiple times, and she would like literally FaceTime me and show her whole face crying, her makeup. She would send me crazy videos of her and songs and like trying to get my attention, whatever, saying I'm
songs and stuff. So okay, interesting. So you remember how she was like posting TikToks to like weird lyrics at the time. I was just looking for like some of the TikToks that I was referencing. I forgot about this. It's so fucking funny. She posted this stupid trend. It was like, how many aura points do I lose? Or how many aura points do I get when I caught her cheating on me, but I comforted her instead of her comforting me? No, girl, it's how many aura points did you lose? Like, ew. Ew, ew, ew. It's so cringy. And she's playing, like, of course, she's playing, like, Billie Eilish over it. That's all you get, because I don't want to get claimed. um, anyway, let me try to find another one. I saw it coming, I still cried. Oh my god. Here we go again. I kinda wanna be more than. Ew, 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 ew. Not more than friends. Oh my god. I don't even know what to say. I just sit here fucking cackling. Ew. Please don't bring me to tears when I just did my makeup. Stop. She's so stupid. How does she like just not? Oh my god. How does she? How? How does she? How? All right, that was so fun. I guess I'll let you guys get back to the video. I think we should look through Amberlynn's entire TikTok account, actually. This is so fucking funny. That sounds great. That's going on the docket immediately. Like thirst traps on TikTok. Like we knew that was for like someone, and she was like, "Nah, nah, I just like to feel attractive. Big people can feel sexy too." It's like something like that. Pathetic.
Made her triggered. She has abandonment issues, and you know, she was begging, 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 begging for me not to end things, and she claims that.
Oh yeah, also sounds awful familiar to the situation that Beck described where they were breaking up and like on a drive home from probably fucking Walmart, can't remember from where, but they were in the car and Amberlynn would not let them leave the car and go back in the house until Beck agreed to give Amberlynn another chance.
And things would get better and we would get better. There was this one time that we had an argument on the way home, and we stopped in the driveway and argued for a few hours in the car, and she just would not accept me trying to break up with her and would not let us go back in the house until I agreed to give her another chance to fix things and make things better.
I was like cheating on her, but she was wanting me to give her information about my sex life with my wife, you know, and of course I didn't tell her every single time. Like I didn't feel like that was necessary at all. But when she would ask,
I mean, no, it absolutely is not. And it's fucking weird that was so fixated on it, knowing that you're married.
Tell her, you know, yeah. So it was, this whole thing is basically. And it should have never happened. So continuing, I'm trying to push her away. She's messaging me every day and blah, 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 blah. And like, I tried to make things up to like get her to kind of like back off, whatever. She messaged me on the day my uncle died, and my uncle like died. And I had a mental breakdown in the Taco Bell parking lot, you know, getting food. I'm having a mental breakdown. And I told her like, hey, I just found out my uncle died. Like, I need some time. I needed time. And I told her, like, hey, this is a whole ordeal for me. Like, I'm trying to figure things out with the family, figure things out with this, that, and the third. And then she's wondering, she's more concerned about if I miss us, like me and her. She's like, do you miss us? Do you miss me? You know, are we still together? And I'm like, I don't think that.
How absolutely despicable is that? It's so, so despicable. I think that, like, even, and again, it's like, it's hard to try to, like, generalize this. I don't, but it just, I feel, in my personal opinion, that someone with BPD, even then, would probably have, they would have more empathy for the situation, and they wouldn't be as concerned about, like, oh, they're abandoning me. They'd be like, wouldn't they not have, like, the sense? I feel like it's way more like it's a narcissistic thing instead, and not a BPD thing here with the abandonment, quote unquote, because it's not about abandonment. It isn't. It's about Amber not having her supply for an indefinite amount of time. That's what it's about. Because, like, she has four other women on the side. It's not about abandonment. It's not about being abandoned. It's just about the supply. And I guess at the time she just preferred Erica's supply. Yeah, I mean, yeah, definitely, because she likes being chosen, quote unquote, over another woman. It, like, gives her some, like, sick sense of fucking validation, even though it's, like, not that at all. It just, that's how she takes it. That's how she feels it or experiences it anyway. It's disgusting.
You know, we should do this anymore. Basically, like, I did give her the whole spiel, like, oh yeah, you know, this isn't right, you know, you don't deserve this, and you know, no one else deserves this. She said, okay, friends it is. So I don't know who broke up with who. I basically told her, like, I couldn't, like, do this anymore, and so she's saying that she broke up with me. That's fine. She can say whatever she wants.
See, now this is kind of interesting. There's, like, this faint similarity here between, like, what Erica is saying right now to what Emily has said about Amberlynn insisting on being the one who broke up first. And it's almost like it kind of feels like they're saying they don't know who broke up with who, because every other time Amberlynn just fights and fights and fights and fights for it. So when she just gives in, it's like they feel like she's letting them go. So maybe that's why they kind of feel like that way. That's just my speculation, though.
But I wanted to get my story out to you at least. Yeah, I watch your stuff. You know, whenever I used to watch your stuff a lot. I tried to stay off of YouTube since this whole, like, crap has been going on. After that, she would not stop messaging me. Like, from June 9th up until, what was it, June 23rd?
16th.
Oh, no, June 16th. She would not.
I think it was sometime between the 16th and the 23rd.
Oh, no. We broke, June 9th, my uncle died. We broke up on the 16th. So I was trying to ignore her and, you know, kind of like let it die out, you know, let someone else find her, let someone else find her, let someone else get her attention. Sorry, June.
And it's, you know what's wild about her saying that is the fact that she says that because she knows it's a possibility, because she knows that Amberlynn is talking to 4 other girls. So, like, why is she at all, like, ever apologizing for, like, being with her wife when she knows that Amberlynn is talking to 4 other women?
15th, we were talking, and, you know, that's when everything's ended. June 9th was when my uncle died. So June 15th, whatever, we broke up. So she keeps messaging me every day for, like, the next week. And me and Brittany are in the bedroom, you know, trying to watch a movie. And, like, I told her I'm watching a movie. And this is kind of like where, you know, the truth came out. And Brittany, like, was like, who are you talking to? And I told her, I said, Amberlynn won't leave me alone, basically. Like, will not leave me alone. I was trying to give her every excuse I could to not talk to her anymore. And she wasn't budging. She was like trying to, I don't know when this other person came in the picture that is currently whatever
She's referring to Emily.
she's with. I don't care. I just know that there is nothing exciting
Emily/Tommy.
about me, and there's nothing exciting about my wife. Okay, so I'm gonna backtrack a little bit as far as like how August 1st came about. Like whenever the whole like agreement of the relationship happened, she's like, well, we need to meet, and I was like, well, when? And she's like, pick a date. And I didn't pick the date. She ended up picking the date. It was August 1st, of course. And she was wanting me to move in and things like that. And
Like, move in before they've even met. Move in before they've even met.
so that's how August 1st came about was, she thought that I was going to leave. And I did lead her on and basically say, yeah, I'll be there August 1st. Sure, I'll be there August 1st. Because she asked every single day. Like it was, if it wasn't every single day, it was every week, multiple times.
I bet it was just like how she was being with the Life 360 thing. I'm sure it was just like that, just constantly hounding her.
Times a week, and things got out of hand. If I didn't talk to her she was like clocking me too. Like if I didn't message her back, she would say, where'd you go? What have you been doing the last 6 minutes? And I'm like, 6 minutes?
6 minutes. Does that not sound so familiar? Emily would say, like, if she took, what was it, like a few extra minutes to smoke or something and not get back in, that Amber would freak out. And then here we go. Here's another like example. 6 minutes. And then surely with the Beck thing, when she was setting timers for when Beck had to be back, if Beck was a few minutes late, I'm sure that was also a fucking problem, because why else was she setting the timers if she wasn't that concerned with it? So why did she really try to deny this aspect? That she doesn't freak out over a few minutes of discrepant time or whatever. Not even discrepant time. It doesn't matter. But she freaks out about it anyway. And then she freaks out about stuff like this, and then she claims that her feelings are being invalidated. And that's why she has a BPD rage. Girl. See, this is exactly why I wanted to do this before we go, like, fully back to Wisconsin era. This is why. Because it's just another, like, more drops in the bucket.
So I started being stern with her. I was like, you're not gonna time me. Like, this is not what we're doing. Like, we had fights, we had arguments and things like that. And, we had arguments about my wife. We had arguments about, my friends. And apparently, I made her stop talking to her friends. No, she was always telling me about the things that her friends were saying to her. So Alexis, that's a whole nother story. Abby, that's a whole nother story. Abby is like literally 22 years old and
disgusting. By the way, Amber is like 34. Yeah, gross.
Was mean to Amberlynn and said mean things to her. Oh, and also, apathetic facts. The friends that visited her was not Alexis. It was not Tommy, whoever. It was Eric and Ricky. Eric and Ricky are the two friends that was at her apartment because, I knew. So back on track. Abby was one of the girls.
It is so fucking weird that they are still friends with Amberlynn and that they like took, and not Beck. Like, what? Like, it's so like, whatever, birds of a feather, I suppose.
She was talking to, and then they became good friends, and she was always telling me the disrespectful shit that Abby would say to her, and I'm like, why are you friends with this person? I wouldn't even give them the time of day. And then Alexis, she said a bunch of things about Alexis, like personal things about Alexis. I don't want to share it, but like, homegirl thinks Alexis is her best friend in the world. Alexis thinks Amberlynn is her bestest friend in the world. Well, guess what? Like, Amberlynn talked about Alexis to me, saying she gives me the ick and the things she says to me, blah, 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 blah. So I didn't make her.
And Amberlynn really wants us to believe that, because there is this whole thing where Tammy has said that after Thanksgiving, she was like extra upset because she found out that they were talking shit about her. I think it was like her home or her gathering or whatever it was, but they were talking shit behind her back. And Amber just goes, "Oh, I wasn't doing that." Yes, the fuck you were. You talk shit behind everyone's back. That's who you are. You're two-faced.
So, and after Thanksgiving, I heard that my sister talked a whole bunch of shit about Thanksgiving over at my house. Once again, opening up my home to you guys, putting everything on at my cost, my joy to have my family in my home. And at the end of the day, when I thought it was a wonderful day as well, guess what I got to hear? How y'all talk shit. I don't even know what the shit was. It was supposed to be so vile that it couldn't even be repeated.
I didn't say anything bad about the time at your home. I
Stop talking to anybody. Amber made that decision on her own. And she even said on her, she even told me, like, she becomes like obsessed with people that she's with, and she tends to cut out her friends. I didn't make her stop talking to anybody. So this 18-minute phone call.
Exactly. And that's another thing I was thinking is Amberlynn has showed, like, when she revealed Erica's name, it was in messages where she was like apologizing to Alexis, or not apologizing, but at least acknowledging the fact that she was not talking to Alexis nearly as much because she was just giving all of her time to Erica.
Call that you're going to be getting. It's 18 minutes and 32 seconds long of a discussion between Amberlynn and my wife on speakerphone. She was trying to tell my wife that.
Yeah, I'm so excited to listen to this with you guys. It's so good. Like, and I get like what is it? Like vicariously like nervous. Like if I was in Amberlynn's shoes and I was getting called by Brittany, my God, like I'd be shaking in my boots, and I'm sure Amberlynn was. Like I can feel the fear from her.
That I'm crazy, and that, she was wearing rose-tinted glasses, which, that was a whole ordeal. Both of us were. It was a fucked up situation, and it was an emotional cheating relationship, and it should have never fucking happened.
Yeah, it was a little bit more than emotional. If you guys were sexting and sending each other videos and whatnot, I would say that's a little bit more than emotional cheating, but hey.
Went with it, and that was the gist of it. It was an emotional relationship that should have never happened. She tried to get me to move in. I acted like it was going to fucking happen instead of me. I was being and basically giving her false hope. And I should have womaned up and been like, no, like, it's not going to happen. I'm staying with my fucking wife. Like, why would I give up what I have here and come living in a one-bedroom apartment with you whenever all
I fucking love that line so much. And I know it's partially her, like just her accent, but like just the stank that she puts on let's just listen to it again. The stank that she puts on the word you, it's so funny to me.
Why would I give up what I have here and come living in a one-bedroom apartment with you whenever all I hear in the back
I love it so much.
around is sirens and people hollering in the streets. Like, that's not where my peace is. And it was like I was too deep to get out, that I had to get my own wife to help me. Like, that's where it got to with her. Also, I'd like to add that the day after the first conversation between my wife and Amberlynn, like, as far as like, you need to leave Erica alone, the day after, I blocked Amberlynn's number, blocked her on everything, deleted her number. My stupid ass even like deleted the phone number and everything like that. And so she messaged me on a fake number the next day because she thought that my wife took my phone. That's the story my wife gave her, but I was really sitting right there during the whole phone call. Apparently, like, she told Amberlynn, yeah, I took her phone, we were at the pool, but we weren't. We were in the bedroom trying to watch a movie. So she messaged me the next day and said, hey, it's Amberlynn. Your wife called me. I didn't know.
Okay, I'm not sure if she's gonna say anything more about it, but it's just like the fact that she mentions that Amberlynn the next day after the phone call that we're about to listen to texted Erica from one of those like fake number apps, like I think is one of them like text now or one of them was. But anyway, like I'm sure y'all know what I'm talking about. Like those apps that like give you a fake little number and you can like text and call from them. That's what she was doing to Erica. But guess what? I know like I did a retro react, like a one-off retro react to the video of where Amber lies and says that Aunt Tammy abandoned her because she's fat. And in that video, Amber admits herself that she was using a lot of those like fake numbers and fake apps or whatever for the phone, for the things, to try and reach out to Tammy even after Tammy had blocked Amber.
It is May, and we haven't talked for December, January, February, March, April, May. Like 6 months. And I have tried so hard. I have downloaded texting apps. It's ridiculous. Because I still have her number. And I have messaged her.
So that video had been from like 9 years ago. So this is an extremely long-standing tactic that Amber has had in her narcissistic tool belt, like that she has used for years. It's just another part of the pattern. It's another thing. It's just another thing.
What else to say? She cornered me. I told her everything, and that she wanted me to unblock her number and call her and then reblock it, basically. Like, like pretty much, hey, block my number, but unblock it whenever we can talk. So that's what, I didn't respond to that. I should have screenshot it and sent it to Brittany, but I just wanted it to be over with. I didn't think that things would get blown out of proportion like this, like especially like with my wife. Like, she is not the one to blame here, because she didn't know about the like 95% of the situation. Like, she knew like for the first little bit of it, because we were trolling her. Honest to God, trolling her, and I was like, I wasn't trying to get money from her. I never asked her for money. So that she said about with money, or if she said anything about money, I never asked her for money. Didn't talk to her about money, didn't care to. It was just, it should have been something, it was stupid. It was a huge mistake. It was dumb. If I could take it back, I would. It's, people are definitely like blowing things way out of proportion. I just don't want my wife getting drug into this in a negative manner, because she didn't know.
Yeah, come on.
There is more to Amberlynn than people know. Of course, she does like use her BPD as a crutch. She says, every time she got upset with me, or if I didn't respond in a timely manner, she would like basically say I'm triggering her BPD and things like.
Oh wow, look at that. Another piece of the another piece of the pattern. God, sorry, I've been talking a lot today.
That, so I basically felt like majority of the time, like, not necessarily a gun to my head, but making me feel sorry for her. And at one point I was like, oh, maybe she really isn't a bad person and people just make her out to be, even though I should have damn well knew because of her past. But I mean, everyone makes dumbass decisions. As you can see, I made one. This was fucking stupid. Honestly, like I said earlier, when I say Amberlynn is a pro with her words and how she breaks things down and how she gets in people's heads, I dealt with criminals for close to 10 years.
Again, like, I'm sorry, girl, but no. I think you were just in a vulnerable spot when you did this, maybe, and that's why she was able to get to you. Or something, or maybe you just like needed the validation or something. I don't know, but I really don't think that Amber is that good of a manipulator. I don't. I'm sorry.
I worked in a maximum custody prison, and I dealt with inmates. and I was not manipulated by not a damn one of them.
Yeah, well, they're inmates in a prison, and you already have they're inmates in a prison. Like, why would you be? Especially if you're a CO, like that's a very different dynamic between you and them. Also, like I don't, I you know what I'm trying to say, you know.
As far as doing anything I shouldn't have done. She has a way with manipulating people, and I've never in my life been manipulated like this before, ever. And yeah, I have no excuse. Again, like I'm gonna keep saying, like, this was a bad decision. I'm stupid. Make a meme out of me if you want to. I don't care. Just leave my wife out of it, is all I'm asking.
And this is me, Brittany, aka the crazy ex-wife. So I had noticed that Erica basically had her phone glued to her forehead for months. And, she does a lot of Olympic weightlifting. And I thought, okay, well, she's editing. She spends a lot of time in the gym. Never really thought much about it until, she mentioned that we were watching a movie. And I looked over and I seen paragraphs upon paragraphs, and she switched her phone off real fast, and I was like, no, who are you talking to? And then
It's just also the fact that Amberlynn is sitting there just sending absolute novels, it tracks.
and it came out that she was still talking to Amber. I had thought that had ended months ago, and yeah, we together initiated a troll. And that's what we were doing, just to see if we could get some kind of reaction back, some kind of message. And that's as far as it was supposed to go. I have since read through everything that was on Erica's phone, and I am, I'm a therapist.
I wonder, was it just for them, just for their personal lulls, because it doesn't seem like they ever intended on posting any of it.
That's what I do. And when I tell you that this is one of the most dangerously manipulative people that I have ever met, Amberlynn is one of the most dangerously manipulative people I have ever met. It's true. What everybody says is true. And, I fell victim to this. It was not supposed to go as far as it did. So the day I found out, I had called Amber, and I'm like, so how long has this been going on? I didn't tell her who I was. Obviously, I was calling from Erica's phone. She just spilled it. She was crying. I'm like, that with all of this stuff that I have, all these texts, all these pictures, this would be a circus for you. I could, really make things really difficult for you if I wanted to. But I didn't. I didn't try to get any kind of retribution. I was not vengeful. I did not say anything out of the way to her.
And that's true until Amberlynn came on and said Erica's name in a video. They didn't do anything.
I was just like, please, look, this is it. Stop contacting my wife, this is it. Just be done. Don't message her anymore. So then she started messaging her, and I didn't know that until recently, after Erica had already blocked her number, blocked her everything. Apparently, she was still trying to have a relationship with Erica after all of that. Block me and then unblock me. Who wants to stay with someone like that? How desperate do you have to be trying to chase after a married woman? Me and Erica have been...
Exactly, Teardrop. Especially after you've been blocked, to go out of your way to get one of those fake... go out of her way. She probably already had it. But to text them to be like, hey, just unblock me whenever we can talk. It's fucking pathetic. It's so pathetic.
Married for 9 years. 9 years. And we're both normal people. We're not feeders. We're not crazy. We were just both normal people. So when I found out that Amberlynn had been trying to contact Erica, I called her, and it was on the 4th of July. And I'm like, what else do I not know? I
On the 4th of July. So I think that was definitely... It had to have been. It had to have been after Tommy was already, involved.
specifically told you, do not contact. No means no. You know, in the first conversation, she's like, oh, as, you know, as much as, you know, it's, you know, crazy to say, I still want to remain friends with her. Like, are you serious? Like, are you serious? You want to remain friends with my wife who you just had an affair with, and you're literally telling me this to my face? Like, what kind of person does that? You know, I really appreciate the fact that she calls me the crazy ex-wife. That's great. She knew I was never really an ex. I still lived in the house. She knew about our relationship the whole time, as you'll see when you hear the phone call. I really just don't appreciate being victimized over and over and over and over. Really makes you step back and think about people's mental health and how destructive people are being. And I even coached her. I'm like, you know, Amber, you really need to stop talking to people on the internet that you don't know, because...
And Amberlynn has said things like, because like Brittany would make like a little jab in a post here and there, like with that huge pink sweater and stuff, and Amber would just get on camera and be like, oh my god, get over it, get over it, it was like, it's in the past, and yet just gripes on and on and on about like her childhood, and that's why she's the way she is, and blah blah blah.
What did you think about your voicemail to Norma? Well, that was 7 years ago, so moving on.
Ridiculous.
You don't know these people.
Like, nobody else is allowed to be hurt except for Amberlynn.
And lo and behold, she was talking to AKA Tommy the entire time she was talking to Erica. 16 hours after I caught the whole thing, Tommy was already with a plane ticket ready to haul ass to Oklahoma. So she was having multiple different relationships with multiple different people. I kind of see as Tommy also a victim. Tommy probably has no idea that Erica was even a thing the entire time they were talking. Oh, and by the way, let me add, I did not harass Amberlynn. The first phone call, she called me. Well, she thought she was calling Erica, but she was really calling me. And then the only time I even had contact with her was on July 4th. And that is all she has heard from me. And it was from me telling her to leave my wife alone. That's when the whole Tommy thing took place. And I was like, okay, good, this shit is over. And apparently not. So I guess since she can't get to Erica, she's just...
Yeah, if I remember correctly, what was happening was because the breakup with Valentine, the jump between the breakup with Valentine to the new relationship, to the new girlfriend, was so fast that it truly felt like the same thing that she was trying to do with Wifey, with Jade, where she was just saying, oh, we broke up and I'm with someone new, and it actually wasn't. So everyone was so sure that that was what she was trying to do again, and that's why Amber released Erica's name, to like prove that they're different people. And again, another thing that kind of proves that Amber will show proof for things that she actually has proof of, but and nothing else.
Her way of trying to get retribution.
Sorry to pause again, but even then, the proof that she showed, it like could have so easily been faked, and the screenshots were so cropped because she desperately did not want us to have like any context for the actual conversation that was happening, and that was her basically just neglecting her friendship with Alexis to spend more time on Erica. Like, she didn't want people to like get that. I don't know.
On that whole situation, I haven't watched any of the videos. This was from an anonymous source that was kind of the whistleblower on this whole situation, because I had no idea that any of this was going on. All I know is I got contacted today by one of the whistleblowers, and then lo and behold, there I am everywhere on everything, just out here trying to live a normal life, unlike some people who are sitting on their couch and crazy. I mean, that's about it. So I would say, to sum it all up, Amberlynn had an imaginary relationship with a person that she absolutely did not know, and now she's just using that to make money. And how she has subscribers sitting there, I don't understand people.
So as you can see here, Brittany claims that Amber allegedly cost her $2,400. I'm not sure how or why, but if that's a question you want answered, they should be going live at some point.
Okay, yeah. So one of the messages, the other ones are super important, but one of the messages says, I'm thinking about doing a live after it comes out, and I'm assuming that means the Apathetic Facts' video. Amberlynn costed me $2,400, so hopefully I can make that back from her bullshit. And I think it was speculated that the $2,400 was just like money spent on gifts for Amberlynn from basically like their household budget. Okay, here's a couple more messages. Brittany says, I have a recorded phone call with Amber debunking her lies about not knowing anything about me. I have all her and Erica's text messages, and I am not the crazy ex-wife. Okay, so this is kind of impromptu. And I know it's right before the call, and I'm so sorry to just kind of like, I don't know, edge you guys about it a little bit, but I was like thinking like, what did Amberlynn say about Brittany? Like, did she actually call her like the crazy ex-wife and claim not to know about her the whole time and this and that? And there is a lot of videos concerning Valentine around this time period, but I found this is the one, like I can skim through it really quickly, and I was like pretty sure I remembered her standing in front of this bookshelf when she showed the messages, and this is the one with the screenshots that she shows with Erica's name in it. So I kind of wanted to just go ahead and like throw in this little reaction in the middle of the video because it's going to be super long anyway, and it's just important context, I feel like. So anyway, oh yeah, give me 1 second. Alrighty, so this was posted on July 30th. So they broke up on the 16th, I think. This was posted on the 30th. And there, I saw another video. It had 4th of July in the title of it. I might just skim through that as well, just to see if there's any kind of like hint about the phone call in that video. And if there is, I will show it, obviously. All right, so let's officially get into this.
Originally had a different video that I was gonna have go up today, but I just feel like a lot is happening and it's super overwhelming. I don't know, like I'm only one person over here. There's just like so much is being said, and I know legal terms love to be thrown around like slander, defamation. 9 times out of 10, people don't really know what they're talking about. But I feel like in the situations that have been happening recently, there is a lot of slander. There is a lot of defamation. Like there's a difference between like gossiping versus like downright, straight up defamation, lies, completely making
Girl, you don't know what any of that means. Shut up and get to the point.
up stories.
I haven't pre-watched this at all. I just like know that I remembered her standing in front of the shelf to read these, and I like skimmed through it and I was like, oh yeah, here they are. Like this. So I don't know.
That aren't true at all. I told myself I would never talk about this to protect myself because it is scary, because there's a lot that goes
To protect herself. Not even Erica or Brittany, just to protect herself. Only herself. Okay.
in it, but like if I can somehow prove that I'm not lying, then I'm going to do that. I shouldn't have to.
See, there you go. If she can, she will. But any other time, she won't, because she can't.
Stand here and do this. Like, I honestly feel pathetic. I feel triggered. I feel just like YouTube is ruining my life. Like, truly ruining my life. And
It's you. It's you. It's not YouTube. It's just you. Drop the tube.
have gone through a lot with YouTube. I've gone through a fucking lot. I have had some serious high highs and I've had some serious low lows, but something about everything that's been happening, it has hit different. It has affected me differently than anything else ever has. And seeing what a large chunk of whatever this community is doing, seeing what you guys are doing has made me just not want to do YouTube anymore. And that scares me because that means I'm about to drastically change my life.
How many times has she fucking said this? Like every controversy? Maybe? Like everyone? Because that's what it's starting to feel like.
If I choose to take a step back, I really don't want to stand here and cry and be whiny. I don't want to do any of that because I do take partial credit into all of this. Years ago, I became a fucking troll.
I wasn't boo-hooing. I was crying.
A huge troll. I almost asked for the negativity, especially like 2019.
I like how she, like, whenever it gets kind of close to taking accountability, she, like, never fully does it. She says, I almost asked for it. Almost asked for it. No, you did. You manifested it.
2018, 2017, I almost asked for it. Any attention was good attention for me, even if it was bad.
Almost asked for it. Eye roll.
Even if it made me feel like shit. But as someone who's going to be 34 years old, I regret that. I regret that side of me. But we do shit in our 20s that we regret. Unfortunately,
some of the things she's talking about is like she was like 28, 29.
it's like this is just staying with me. As much as I grew up, as much as I...
Because remember, she was 24, 25 when she was with Destiny. So, like, that onward to, like, what, 28 or something with Beck. No, 30, right? I can't remember.
Try to change, whether that just be in my personal life or on YouTube. You guys won't change with me. You guys aren't changing with me, and I'm just...
She's gonna change because that's what we promised each other. And while I was changing, she wasn't.
Girl, please. Please.
I'm just, like, stuck in this weird girl world, like, Amberverse, negative, just, like, horrible space. And I want to break up with it. I don't want to be a part of it anymore, and I just don't know what to do. Stepping away from...
Take accountability. Look in the mirror. Accept that you're an awful person. And then you can stop being an awful person. And what is this micro expression smirk? Ew.
Any sort of job is hard, and it takes time and thought, and you need to figure out, like, okay, so if I step away, what are my next steps? I have to figure that out. I need to do it in private, but that's not what this is about.
This was like, give me 1 second. I think this was over a year ago at this point, and she is like literally spouting off on the same thing today about finding another job. As soon as there's a controversy where it's her fucking fault for being dishonest all these years, it's like the worst thing that's ever happened. She can't believe the community's doing this. She has to quit YouTube. It's ruining her life and find another job, but she won't.
I'm scared. I'm scared to talk about this. I am. So many of you.
Yeah, because you know what they're going to do. They're going to come out and expose your ass.
Thought Valentine was fake. That was the biggest thing. Valentine isn't real. Valentine isn't real. And I accepted it for what it was. I was like, they don't want to believe me, that's fine. I'm actively having so much fucking anxiety for what I'm about to say. Like, whoo. Valentine's name is Erica, and Erica had a wife. I'm about to reveal screenshots that I could find.
Had a wife. Interesting word choice.
Because this is the only way that I'm going to prove it. Here is me not making time for my friends because I am literally always giving every single...
Okay, and this is Alexis. This is between Alexis. Alexis says to Amber, we're divorced officially. And Amber says, I've spent the whole day on the phone with Erica. To which Alexis responds, exactly, no time for me.
Part of me to Erica.
Alexis says, I mean, I don't really want to beg for you to be around if I'm not a priority to you like I used to be. You started dating Erica and you literally stopped talking to me almost completely. It's fine, it just makes me sad. Amber responds, I didn't mean to do that. I just give a lot of my energy to her and then I feel like my social battery is gone, but I'll have to do better because I want you in my life and I want to talk to you and be there for you. It's literally just empty words. And also, girl, what do you mean your social battery is gone? No, it's, you just said you talked to her literally the whole day. Your social battery isn't gone. You just have no time because you're that obsessive.
You guys know I struggle with BPD. So one of those things is when I get into a relationship, my partner literally consumes me, whether they try to or not. Do you guys remember?
No. No. Absolutely fucking not. It's the other way around. You force them to be on the phone with you like 24/7, as we've just heard from multiple accounts. It is the other way around. You consume them. And that's not some fucking pun.
that night when my mom stayed the night with me and we colored like children, and people were like, oh my god, they're such children. Yeah.
Okay, here's another screenshot from June 16th. Yeah, okay, so they absolutely did break up on June 16th, like Erica said. Okay, so I see why she was confused on whether or not it was the 15th or the 16th, because Amber sent this message at 1:30 in the morning. So, like, they were arguing, like, late at night. I got it. Also, tracks with her fucking pattern. Anyway, Amber texts Alexis. She says, we broke up. My mom is staying the night because I didn't want to be alone. Oh my god, that's so pathetic, Amber. You're 34. You need your fucking mom to spend the night because you got broken up with? You're 34. Alexis says, do you want to call me? I'm smoking and about to snack. LOL, I didn't want to go out tonight. Amberlynn says, my mom is here. We are watching a movie. So that probably means that she can't call.
That was when I was breaking up with Erica. Here's my friend Alexis just being Alexis.
Here's another, like, really cropped message. So, okay, Alexis said something. We can't see it. Amberlynn responded, ugh, she is. And then Alexis says, Erica was so fugly to me. So now that they're broken up, is Amberlynn sitting here, like, talking shit with Alexis? Like, that would also track with the pattern that Amberlynn talks shit to everybody with everybody. And she probably was talking shit with her family about Aunt Tammy after Thanksgiving. She probably fucking was, based on the pattern.
And to top it all off, here's a screenshot of me telling Alexis that Erica's wife called me while I was at a birthday party.
Now this is interesting. Now we know there was 2 phone calls between Amber and Brittany. And Brittany just said that Amber called. Amber was trying to call Erica, but Brittany picked up the phone. And it's June 23rd. Yep, the week after that, when Erica was claiming that she just kept talking to me for like a week after they broke up. Amberlynn says, I'm at a fucking birthday party and Erica's wife found out about me and just called me. I cried the whole call. So I don't think this is the phone call we're about to listen to, but I think that's when Amber claims it was.
Remember that birthday party I went to when I was outside? It was super hot. It was at a park. It was that day. You guys went from believing Valentine was fake to them believing Valentine was my most recent ex, all for entertainment while actively ruining people's lives.
Maybe not. I don't know.
Valentine was real. I have never lied. So many times people will be like, why don't you ever talk about her? Like, why don't you ever show her? Why don't we ever hear? Because of this. Amberlynn, why are your videos so boring? Like, why aren't people in your videos? Because of this. Amberlynn, why don't you show up at your job?
No, because they will not come to visit you. They would not come to see you. That's why. Not because of this. Shut up.
More. Why don't you put more effort into your videos? Because of this. Amberlynn, why do you...
Why don't you put more effort into your videos? And she's saying it's because of this. Those two things are not the same. They do not equate. Oh my god. Ridiculous fucking bitch.
like have an attitude towards reaction channels and to your audience because of this. Still through it all, I have been able to manage a positive outlook on life, whether you guys see that or not. I try my hardest in my real life.
No, you don't. You're so fucking negative. You're the biggest Debbie Downer we've ever seen. Just like, it's just such classic fucking narc trait.
To be happy and bubbly and positive, but...
You're not happy, bubbly, and positive. That's not who you are. That's your fake fucking mask persona.
I feel like I'm losing sight of that.
I feel like dots are connecting in my brain. A lot of, like, narcs do that, don't they? They try to, their specific persona that they like to have is, like, happy, bubbly, positive, so that everyone likes them.
Like, the person that I tried so hard to be, especially once I moved to Oklahoma and moved in by myself. Like, I felt myself changing and being better and improving and
ignoring your aunt.
multiple different ways. And now I just feel myself backtracking, and that scares
Talking shit behind her back with the rest of your family.
me, and I don't want to be in that position. It's just like everyone in this situation is fucking hurting and feeling the gravity of it, while hundreds of people get to just sit back and watch it as if it's entertainment. These are real lives being messed with. Real lives. I can't sit back and...
Then stop doing what you're doing. None of this would have happened if you wouldn't have done the things that you did. Don't look at us with fucking wide eyes and go, these are real lives. Girl, this is your fault.
Let it happen and watch it happen. I can't support it. I can't condone it. Never would. And I know a lot of you don't either. Like, I'm getting so many messages on Instagram every single day of people
I'm getting so many messages on Instagram.
People that are literal, even haters, that are like, this isn't right. Like, what you're going...
Oh my god, she says that every time. She says that every fucking controversy, doesn't she? I'm, like, very quickly seeing it.
through is not okay. Something I have very strongly learned, and I have known from the beginning, reaction channels don't care about me, neither do the haters. All they care about, how many views they can get, how much money they can make. And the only way they can do that is by disliking every single thing that I do, nitpicking every single thing that I do, creating drama and fake stories around every single part of my life, and doing it consistently. And that consistently has been wearing at me for years and years and years. And this is finally the straw that broke the camel's back. And I'm personally hurt, and I'm lost, and I'm confused, and I don't know what to do from here on out. I struggle with BPD, so like everything that I'm feeling is normal, and I know that in my rational...
Shut up.
side, but like I'm feeling it at a magnitude that like normal people don't feel. I don't even know what I'm saying at this point. I just know that whatever I say, like, it just feels like there's a large amount of people that are just deaf to my words. But if I can prove...
Oh, no, we're listening. We are listening to all of them, trust. They just don't hold up in comparison with your other fucking words.
that Valentine isn't someone that you guys think it is, there's your proof.
Anyway, yep, that was that one. So I don't think we got all the context we really wanted from it, but it was still pretty interesting and fun regardless. So anyway, let's go back and do the phone call. Alrighty, here we are, the phone call.
Hello?
So who reached out to who?
Huh?
So who reached out to who?
What do you mean?
Did you reach out to Erica or did she reach out to you?
When?
What do you mean when?
Like for the very first time?
The last time you spoke to her.
The last time I messaged her was just letting her know that like you called and pretty much just like the final goodbye type thing.
And that's a lie. We know that's a lie. It absolutely was not the final goodbye. She was saying, like, whenever you want to talk, just unblock me.
Why would you reach out to her again?
It was just like the final goodbye. I just felt like
there's no final goodbye. Like, what does that even mean?
It's such a fucking, it's like another, I said this in another video, like, she always goes on about, like, singing in the shower. It's such a movie thing, like, the final goodbye. It's such a fucking, like, movie thing. Like, they're not 30 years old.
I felt like I needed to, but we don't talk anymore.
I just felt like I needed to. Like, what is that? What is that? She's so, like, clearly just, like, put on the spot.
We haven't talked since the phone call, so.
So even after I told you not to contact her again, you still did. Why?
Because it was like, I wanted closure, and then not only that, but like, she contacted me, I would say, I don't know, less than a week ago, like upset about some TikTok I posted, and I never responded.
Okay, sure, but that's not like a real, like, that's not like a real, like, making contact thing. That's just like, chastising her for, like, speaking about them. It's not like a real, like, oh, she reached out to me like a week ago. It's not like that. It's not like that.
So you mean to tell me you're not posting anything about her online?
No one knows her name, nothing about.
And yes, she has been posting. There was a lot of videos. There was a lot that I, like, whenever I'm looking for a clip, I'll just slap all the ones I think the clip might be from into, like, a little queue. I queued, like, several that were talking about Valentine.
About her? Nope. That is something that I told her I would never do.
I don't understand. Like no means no.
Huh?
No means no. Like, no means no.
Yeah, that's correct. That is why I do not speak to her any longer.
I just don't understand, like, you have an entire relationship with somebody you don't know, that you know is married. Like, what do you think is gonna come out of that? Like, that's the part I don't understand. To keep reaching out, like, I don't get it.
I didn't keep reaching out.
Yes, you did. You did.
I reached out the one time as a way of
To say, unblock me when we can talk, and then you can reblock me after we're done. That's what you wanted.
like a weird closure thing, because she did become like a really good friend of mine as well, on top of everything else. I was losing that, and that kind of like was rough.
So that
I was losing a big part of my narcissistic supply, is what she's saying.
what did you say to her for your closure that you needed? I'm really curious.
Well, I haven't gotten like a full closure thing. I kind of just realized.
I love this part so much because, like, you can see the cogs, like, turning. You can't see it, but you can hear the cogs, like, turning in her head. So this whole thing, she's going, I messaged her for, like, the last goodbye, for, like, closure, like, insisting on it. And then when Brittany just says, okay, well, what did you say for, like, closure? What did you say? And Amber goes, well, I didn't get, like, a full closure moment. Like, girl, stop it. She must be saying that because, like, she must know that there's a chance that Brittany has seen the messages.
It's not gonna happen. But
Like, how long did it take you to realize that it's not gonna happen?
it took me a long time. Actually, I'm being honest. Yeah.
The part that's got me up is that A, you knew about me. B, you were looking me up on Instagram. That shit is fucking creepy.
Right. I thought that you guys were married for
Doesn't deny that it's creepy. Also doesn't deny any of it.
financial reasons. So,
Is that what she said?
yeah.
And notice how married for financial reasons is absolutely not the same as, like, when she just said Erica had a wife. They're not broken up.
That is what she originally said, yes.
That's what she originally said? Oh, really? So she was never an ex-wife then.
And that you guys weren't in love anymore, and you guys, I mean, it's like, I don't really know.
So I kind of skimmed through the text.
Yeah, I understand that. I would have done the same thing.
Like, do you know how demented it is to tell somebody that's married not to have sex with their spouse? Like, do you know how crazy that sounds?
Like I said, I thought you guys were just married for financial reasons.
You really need help.
Does it matter? Does it matter, though? They're fucking married.
Like, you really need help.
Probably.
So I expect not.
If you don't know, it's just Erica is also, like, in the car, like, and she's kind of like whispering to Brittany.
Not to see any more videos.
Correct.
No more, nothing. Not a word, not a peep.
And I absolutely respect that.
I thought you respected that the other day when I told you, do not call, do not reach out. None of that.
I did that one time, and I want you to know.
It doesn't matter if it was one time. She tried to use that excuse so much in, like, when she was responding to the texts of Emily's. She would, like, deny something or just go, oh, that happened one time. It was just one time. Does that mean it didn't happen? Does that mean it's not a pattern? No, it doesn't.
Like, I had, like, there was an open line of communication that I did not take. Because I was respecting you, and I was respecting myself and the people in my life. So that's why I literally
Interesting.
did not reply to her message. Like, I don't know what she's telling you versus me. Erica is obviously a known cheater and liar.
No self-awareness at all.
I finally have my rose-tinted glasses completely off. Like, she's crazy, and she knows it, and I'm sure you do too. I got roped into shit. Like, I just want the best for the both of you, and I hope that you guys find out with each other.
Like, the only thing, like, I want to say, to be fair, is that they did reach out to Amber first. It still does not at all excuse anything Amber did after that.
Like, I don't really know what else to do or say anymore at this point. Like, I apologize. I was very sorry. I don't really know what else to do from this point forward.
Like, just because Brittany and Erica reached out first and it was a troll, it doesn't, like, Amber didn't know that. It doesn't, like, excuse any behavior at all from Amber's side. That's just how she would have acted, regardless of anything. That's just how she would have acted.
A known cheater and liar. Did she tell you about that?
Yeah, she did.
All right.
But yet I was supposed to be different. You know how it goes. So I mean,
I fucking hate that part, that line where she goes, you know how it goes. It's so fucking fake. So fake. It's like the fakest thing I think I've ever heard her say. It's so performative. Like, she's like trying to get on Brittany's side almost also. But like, other than it just being like the fakest fucking thing I've ever fucking heard ever. So forced and oh god, like it makes me cringe because it's like so fake and forced.
answer your question to the best of my ability.
I would really...
Like, I feel like she played me... What?
Yeah, she played you. Hard, like a fiddle.
Yeah. And it's crazy to me.
That's what I
Like,
said.
she sacrificed a possible future with you.
This is a dig. This is a dig, by the way. I know for a fact that this is Amberlynn trying to be subtly shady, like Beck would say that she would try to do. Let me back it up so we can start from the beginning.
Like, she sacrificed a possible future with you. Why? Like, what's the point? Like, you obviously seem like you have your head on your shoulders.
She talks so much about you.
Like, you know, I've seen the...
Okay, so this kind of cuts off there. But it's such an obvious, like, play at Amber trying to be shady, that bit right there. What she's trying to say is, like, oh, well, Erica was gonna, like, give everything up, her entire future with you, for what? And she knows for what. She was trying to say she was gonna pick me. That's what she's saying. And you can't tell me I'm wrong. You can't. I know for a fact that's what she was trying to do. She was trying to be subtly shady.
You said about me too, right?
What do you mean?
Like, you know I know all that.
Like what?
Just know that I know everything you said.
So, you know, like the jealousy side of me, obviously, when I'm in a relationship, thinking that she's going to come live with me and that she's in love with me, yeah, of course. I probably did say some things because I was in a delusional state. 100,000% I could admit that. Like, she had me in a full trance, and I'm...
Again, like, taking absolutely no amount of real accountability. It's only because of what someone else did that she did what she did.
Really over it.
So, if you knew that she was a cheater, why still talk to her?
Excellent question. Amazing question.
Because she said, I'm different. You're so different, Amberlynn. You're so different, baby. I love you. And I love the way you make me feel. You actually make me happy. And you're sexy. That's...
Of course she has to drop that, like, extra little line in there about her herself being attractive. I'm eye rolling so hard.
That's what I believe. Take a step back and
How do you believe that, Amber? You know it's not true. You fucking hate yourself. That's why you can't stand to be alone.
look at it from a different angle.
Oh, I'm
Like,
100% aware I'm a victim. I'm 100% aware I'm a victim. Like, I know that. Had you reached out to me and be like, hey, your wife is hitting me up, you know, I probably could have saved you quite a bit of time there.
Yeah, you probably could have. I just, you know, I thought it was for financial stuff, and we were just friends for the longest. I don't know if, like, she was just faking it the whole time because she needed someone. I don't really know. I don't understand.
This is going to be another YouTube video for her. Thank you.
I don't either, because I'm pretty successful. I'm pretty smart. I'm not bad looking.
Oh.
Like,
I mean, that's one thing that Erica definitely did say about you. You're very smart, all of that good stuff. So I believe it. So
it makes you wonder why she go looking somewhere else, don't it?
I mean, yeah, honestly, some people just can't stay with one person. I don't know why. Like, I am beyond disgustingly loyal. Like, I stopped talking to several of my friends for her because she didn't even want me talking to them. But yet she had a full life, like, that she had an actual marriage with. Like, that's...
I just don't understand, like, you talk about double lives and shit, but you knew about it the whole time. Wouldn't that be you living a double life as well?
Well, I didn't find out until a long time after her and I were talking that you would actually consider it cheating, because for a long time she told me that you had a whole different relationship you were in and that you were living there. Like, Erica said a lot of...
So were they just married for financial reasons or what? Like, it also doesn't add up. So if Amber, okay, so here's the thing, right? If Amber didn't find out until later that it wasn't all just for financial reasons, why would she sit there and double down and say that she thought it was all just for financial reasons? Until this part. Like, why would she do that?
Like, she can go and delete the messages because I'm not a screenshot taker, but it's all there.
But apparently Amber has all of her old phones, so...
completed a single thing on my end. And then it was literally just a couple months ago where we had this whole, like, talk where I was like, I'm going to get to ask you whatever question because I felt in my gut something was wrong. And something was off, something just seemed weird, like she was lying to me. So I said, we're going to have a discussion where you're going to answer every single question that I have and you're going to answer it honestly.
Okay, and I think it ends there, unfortunately. Yeah, I shouldn't have paused.
So that's where the video ends, and that's about all the tea I have for you today.
So, yeah, that was all the clips I took from Apathetic Facts' video. But it's interesting, though, because it cuts off at the end, but Amberlynn was going on to say something about once she actually found out that they were, like, not just married for financial reasons, she wanted to sit Erica down and said, okay, you're gonna answer all my questions. So that must be the same situation where Erica says that their relationship was forced, because Amber must have done that thing when she said, you're gonna sit down and answer all my questions. Like, that sounds very forceful, right? And I really wouldn't be surprised if that's the same conversation that they had after Amberlynn found out, supposedly, that they weren't just married for financial reasons, that Amberlynn wanted Erica to give her some sort of, like, title, reassurance, something. So I'm very certain that that was the same conversation, which is why Erica says, if she shows the screenshots, it'll look like it's forced. And I know Amberlynn has said, like, she never felt like it was that way at all, but she never showed the screenshots. If it really went the way Amberlynn said it went, she would have just shown them. But she didn't. So all right. Anyway, that is all I had for this one. So again, next up, like the other, what are we looking forward to basically is, other than Retro Reacts, is we're going to go do Wisconsin era. We're going to do kind of just like a side react series similar to the Retro Reacts, where we just kind of go through the Wisconsin era, where, yeah, that's what we're gonna do next. Sorry. Anyway, this is another long one. Thank you guys so much for joining me today, and I will see all of you tomorrow.